The Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and of course, they opened with the women's Money in the Bank contest, and because I don't know different ways, I should learn a foreign language so I could say the same thing differently every time. Whether it's in a cell, whether it's Royal Rumble, whether it's Money in the Bank, whether it's whatever. They have to have the women's before they have the men's, and it just takes the piss out of it on both of them for me. I don't know why this is a difficult concept to understand. When you do something twice, the exact same thing, just with different people on the same show, Jesus Christ. And then what have we been talking about for the past 3 weeks now on most of the shows? One of these days, one of these people is going to fucking really fuck themselves up bad or somebody else. And so they put 6 girls out there to attempt to work with ladders that are twice as big and twice as heavy as they are. And everybody's got to do a stunt, or what'd your kids call them? You used to the tricks. Everybody's got to do their tricks. And then by the time that the women's ladder match is over with, you've seen all their tricks, then the guys have to come out and do more tricks with the fucking ladder and attempt to paralyze themselves. And there's no, I guess these people now, I'm talking about the current talent and or the current producers, they think this is a wrestling match with the ladders and the baby faces versus baby faces and heels versus heels. And let's just put everybody of every sex in there and see what we can fuck up. But how do you critique this, Brian, as a man? It doesn't have any, it's people doing moves and tricks with ladders. There's no continuity. Nobody gets over. It's just a mess until it's over with.
Well, I enjoyed it. I really liked it a lot. And again, it's a story. They're trying to get the briefcase, and everyone has their little thing when they're trying to get up there and get the briefcase, and you get some crazy spots. I like this match better than the men's match, which goes to part of what you were complaining about, having them both on the same show. But I actually really enjoyed this.
Well, in this case, because the men's match was so weak for its own reasons, but
I'll tell you this, and it hit me, the last couple of weeks it's hit me, and then this, and then Raw. For the first time maybe ever, I'm enjoying and more into the women's stuff than the men's stuff in WWE. And I really like this match, and they had some good workers in there for the women's division. Rhea Ripley's in there, right? Well,
I'm saying hey, I didn't like the men's either. 6 people with the fucking ladders and the fucking multiple ladders and the goddamn blah, blah, blah.
What do you think of Naomi being the person who won?
Well, as you will recall, I said, and here's the thing, you could tell as soon as the entrance started, or the entrances, I should say, started, they liked everybody, but when Rhea came out, she brought the house down. The whole mood changed. She's a star on the level of the top guys, not just the top girls. But as we mentioned, in a perfect world, she'd win, but I said they're doing the thing with Naomi right now. I mean, let's face it. I don't think Julia wasn't going to win. Stephanie Vacker, even if she's good, she wasn't going to win. Roxanne Perez wasn't going to win. And Alexa Bliss would have been a long shot. So it came down to, and I don't think Rhea needs it at this point. She's fucking over, and as long as they don't do anything really stupid, she's going to be over. But the best thing I can say about this was I was afraid it was going to go 45 minutes, and it only went 25, bell to bell. That is, but they were 18 minutes into the show, but with the entrances and everything before the match started. But I just can't. I just can't.
Have you seen any of the complaints online? Because I just started seeing this really a little more than, we've seen it every now and then, but more than usual, like frequently lately. Fans complaining there's only one family that seems to win everything in WWE right now. Again, whether that's fair or not, it's an interesting thing that now fans are jumping on that. Naomi, I think, has been pretty good as a heel beyond the work.
Well, I was going to say, if they're going to talk about the refrigerator, Nia Jax, or they're going to talk about what's her name being the general manager of NXT,
Ava.
I was going to say Jaja. Then they got a point, but they can't really, because again, Naomi was the only other one who was going to win this besides Rhea. So they can't really make a point like that here.
And give them a little bit of credit. I was so afraid since the beginning of this year when they started teasing the Wyatt Six coming back, and then they came back, and then they started teasing or Alexa Bliss reappeared. It hasn't been as spooky as it would have been during Vince. I'm not a fan of Alexa Bliss. She was probably the one person in the match I'm not a fan of. But it's not like we get the over-the-top, I don't know what you call it, horror film, suspense film, puppetry, whatever it is kind of stuff that I was afraid of at the beginning of this year when the Wyatt Six reappeared. It kind of hasn't happened at all.
And be thankful for small favors. But that's kind of the thing is, I think, as a theme to this pay-per-view, the men's Money in the Bank match was the kind of the same as that you knew only one of a couple of people were going to win the thing. And, otherwise they just put people in there because they have to. And I'm sorry if everybody's mad because I don't I'm sick of the furniture. I'm sick of the tables and the ladders and the chairs and the ridiculousness and the multiple person matches, which is the ultimate lazy booking. At one point, if you would have had a multiple person match, it would have been because the situation demanded it. The angle demanded it. People were involved and they all were upset at each other, not, oh, we're going to have a bunch of three ways and the winner of the three ways gets to go into a six way. Over and over and over. And it's all the same, and I'm so fucking tired of it. So that was the women's Money in the Bank ladder match to me.
I'll tell you, I enjoyed that match, like I said. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed just about everything on this show with the exception of the main event tag match. The men's Money in the Bank wasn't as good as this one. And it wasn't a surprise who won. But still, I think everything except for that tag match at the end, for me, everything else kind of worked.
Well, the tag match, without a rotten finish to the level of that, would have worked also.